Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas.
Thanks very much for watching.
Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it's August 26th of 2022, and it is 3:30 a.m. in the morning. I ordered a few days ago some networking cable, and that's this here. Actually, I ordered a 3-foot length for $8.99, and then I ordered also a 50-foot length for $22.99. If you've watched my previous videos, you've seen that I've been trying to get some changes made through Spectrum Internet service. And I've mentioned it, that I've been on the phone numerous times. They've been very nice on the phone. Finally, I just said, I'll send a repair person out. He came out, and he didn't seem like he really knew what he was doing. So right now I've got some problems with Spectrum. And I've talked to them on the phone, and the people on the phone have said, oh, we'll take care, like the one person, wait a minute, let me, go over. Okay, well, that's going to be taken care of right now. It's right now being taken care of by, the other. Nope, not taken care of. So what I was left with, which is what I had before, internet speed of supposed to be 400 down, but about 350 down, and internet speed of, well, I was getting 20 up. As soon as I talked to Spectrum and about making the change, I immediately, as soon as I was off the phone with them, I've been getting 40 up instead of 20 up. And I mentioned in a video the other day, a couple times I think, that actually uploading YouTube videos, going from 20 up to 40 up, actually that was I could really notice the difference. But back to the download. The download, I was getting 350 or whatever, even after the changes were supposed to have been made. At Spectrum, still getting 350, down. Anyway, the guy who came out, he was hard to understand. I don't know where he came from, but it was difficult to understand him. Now, I have a little bit of hearing problem, and it makes it difficult with certain things. And then two, he, did a few things here. Well, and I was still getting, which I would got before, before he got here, I was, getting 350 down, and I'd already, before he got here, I got it, we were doing no technical skill on my part. It just happened when I said, connect me with this new program that you have. So I was already getting 40. He shows up and, messes with it a little bit, and the speed, he says, okay, well, that's it, you're all hooked up and whatever. And I still had 350 down, and 40 up, and really that pretty much I'm supposed to be able to get a gig down now and get 40 up. The program I'm talking about, I mentioned that I think in the previous videos. The Biden administration, Congress, passed a while back a thing that a policy and a plan that that internet is something that is actually required. High speed, people need it. With the virus problem, kids having to try to do school work from home on their computers and just everything in general. In the old days, actually before my time, but although I can remember party line telephones and all that type of stuff, but in the past, the government of the United States decided that electricity was a requirement that everybody in the United States needed, and they took steps, Hoover Dam and all types of things too. And what was it, Kentucky? Where was it? Can't remember. They brought Tennessee Valley Authority by building some dams, a dam or dams, I don't remember now which. They brought electricity to a major part of the United States, and that became expected that in the United States there would be electricity to everybody. And they did the same thing with telephone service in the past, that telephone service was going to be something that everybody needed, just like the mail service, something that everybody, even if you were out someplace in the mountains or the sticks or wherever you were, the government decided that Americans had to have mail service. Actually, I think we had pretty good mail service back as we became a country, but those are things. Well, now the government has decided, and I think they're entirely correct, that people do need high-speed internet service for a multitude of reasons. I do everything on the computer. If I lose computer service, I wouldn't know what my bank account was. I wouldn't know what bills I had to pay. I mean, it's just something that you just have to have. And especially if you're doing doing some other things, trying to work at home or whatever it is, you need high-speed, internet. So the Biden administration and the Democrats, with very few Republican votes, they've decided that everybody needs access to high-speed internet in the United States. So the way the thing works is, if somebody left a right-wing person, I've talked about high-speed internet, what have you, and the problem I was having. Of course, I mean, I think high-speed internet is 350 down, 20 up. I think that's qualifies as high-speed internet. But if they can supply you with more, then But I mentioned that I was having this problem. I don't know what it is. I don't think they know what it is, because they tell me on the phone, "Oh, it's going to be taken care of." Okay. One, I'm already getting the internet service, but in order to activate this new plan, I have to log in and click on activate. It doesn't work. It just says retry. And I talked on the phone about this, and the lady was real nice, said, "Oh, okay, just a second." Then she comes back and says, "Oh, okay, they see the problem, and they're fixing it right now. You won't see that activate thing anymore, and it'll all be taken care of." It's still not taken care of. And until that is taken care of, I'm already opted into this program. Oh, the person who, right-wing person says, see, that's what you give. That's what you get when the government gets involved in, doing things. No, no, the government is involved in, you know, the internet service. What they're involved in is all of the companies. Well, not all of them. I don't know, but most all of the major companies, maybe all the major companies, have said, okay, here's the deal. We give you, we give all these customers $20 a month. Right now, I pay $80 a month. I'm supposed to be paying 20 or 30 now because I signed up for this program, and that's if you're a low-income person. You get the internet for, I forget, $20 or $30 a month instead of $80 a month. Of course, it varies with companies what they're paying, but so anyway, I left a message back up to this person who said, "See, that's the government that gets involved." No, what the government is doing is they're paying the corporations, Spectrum, Sprint, I don't know, all these, they're paying the difference. So I pay 20. Right now I'm still set up where it looks like I'm going to, until I can get this thing officially activated. I mean, it's activated, but it's not activated on their system. But instead of me paying $80 a month, I should be paying $20 or $30 a month. I forget what it is. And the government pays the difference directly to, Spectrum. And I guess if you want to argue about, because the right-wing people are going to say, it doesn't say anywhere in the Constitution of the United States that people get health care. It doesn't say in the Constitution of the United States that you're going to get, internet service or, those things help the people, and they help the country. People can work at home. People can do all types of things if you have internet service, and especially if you have high-speed internet service. You're not looking at the screen, but okay. You'll notice that I'm now getting 681 megs down and getting 40 up. This happened just an hour or so ago. What I did was I ordered 3 foot of cable, this cable, and 50 foot of this cable. The 3 foot was $9. The 50 foot was $23. So I just hooked up this high-speed cable. Right now, my arthritis kicked in, so bad that right now, across my door into this room here, the cable is, I put the rest of the cable as best I could with my arthritis, up using the connectors. By the way, on the 50 foot here, okay, it's laying over there. They sent things that have a little nail on it, that little thing, and you can, nail it in the wall. Well, I didn't want to do it at 3 a.m. in the morning. And plus, too, I purchased these connectors that use, instead of a nail, they're using, a sticky tape or something on the back of the thing. Right now I got a cable. I have to have my door open, so you may hear some stuff from the other room. And but anyway, first I hooked up the 3-foot cable from my computer over to the Google extension thing, or whatever it's called. And with the 3-foot cable hooked up, and just for the little distance there was a very minor improvement on the speed. So then I hooked up the 50-foot cable, and let me go to speed test. Now here's what I got just a few minutes ago. I've been getting 40 for the last few days. I told you about that, from 20 to 40, because Spectrum, someplace in their thing, see that I'm signed up, with of course I've been signed up with Spectrum for years, but they realize that I'm in this program or whatever, and it kicked up from 20 to 40. And I just mentioned, I think in this video, that there's for me a big difference between the 20 and the 40. When I upload, I can see it, I can feel it, when I upload a YouTube video. But I've been getting like 350 megs down. The guy that they sent out here, when he messed with the internet service, the guy from Spectrum, he said, well, in the other room, he said, okay, well, you're all set. You're getting, high-speed internet down and everything. And I said, wait a minute, come to my room back there. And I showed him, it's 350 down. And he says, yeah, that's high speed. And I said, that's what I've been paying for. And then he's like, well, that's all you need. And I said, you're probably right, It's probably all I need, but I'm supposed to be getting like 1 gig down or whatever. Oh, no. He says, you just get, he says, I only get, he said, not at this point, I'm having trouble understanding him. And I think he said that, well, at home he gets 30 down. And I said, well, and so anyway, then he said too, well, that's because you have your thing in there, and the closer you get, to it, but it's only going to be 350, and that's the tops you can get, and everything. And I said, okay, thank you. So anyway, I hooked up this 50-foot cable, and immediately, this is now what I'm getting. So I'm recommending this cable to you. I'll put the links to it below. And I'll copy this onto the the screen here too, so you can read it. See, what else do I want to say? Well, okay, I showed you I want to actually run the test for you. Now, the speed test, the one that I'm using here and have been using, it keeps a results, a history, so I can look back and see it. But first, let me go ahead and run it here. Okay, 750, 760, 780. There you go. So I'm getting now 780 megs down and 40 megs up. I'm very happy with that. you know, I'm not demanding 1 gig, you know, but so anyway, let me show you the result history. Whoops. Okay. Okay, here's the test that I just, you know, this line here that I just ran. Download speed 779 megs and 40 up. And now here's the test that I ran about 40 minutes ago. And it was 681 down and 40 up. And okay, so that's it. These others now, you see 365, 268, 281, 167, 163. That's before I added this new cable. You know, it's not outside cable, it's the inside cable. So I'm perfectly happy with what I have now. But let me go. No, I don't want to, because I'm going to keep that on the screen because I'm going to put it below. So let me go to Amazon, and I think it's at orders. By the way, I ordered this gaming mouse or whatever it is. It'll be here in a few days. Okay, here's the order for the 50-foot of cable. Here's some extra connectors. Let's see, open a new tab. This is instead of, oh, by the way, with the 50-foot of cable, the cable people included not these connectors for, you know, holding the cable on the wall. They sent in the box the ones that have the nail in it, you know. So you'll get those. And okay, there was something else. What was it? Let's see. Oh, purchasing. Guess that's it. Let me show you the problem I run into with Spectrum. Okay, let's go to, move the mic here a little bit. Spectrum login. Spectrum login. Sort of funny, isn't it? Look how slow it is logging into Spectrum. Well, it's really not funny. Well, let's forget that. So I will put the links below. I recommend this cable. And I have a bunch of cable here. I have a whole bunch of cable. I mean, all different lengths and everything else. And I always, you know, get what I think is the best, you know, Cat 8 or whatever, as, you know, recommended and that type of stuff. But, you know, I just got this, and bang, I do recommend this. And anyway, What else? Must be something else here. Anyway, I'm using the Avery Media camera. I'm using Manicam or Minicam software. And I'm really actually happy right now, except I need to get this thing with Spectrum taken care of, because I'm already signed up with this program where the government is paying a part of the bill. But it's not, on the Spectrum side, it's not making the click that it needs. You know, it, I think it's a thing where it just says activate, but I mean, I'm already activated in the thing. And, but anyway, I'm very happy with the speed. I'm very happy with this cable. I'll be much happier when I can, because I got right now the cable that I strung 50 foot, it's going across my doorway. And I need to maybe take an approximation, and then I can reach up there and put the cable so nobody walks into and so I can close the door and keep some of the television and other stuff, audio, from coming in here. Anyway, thank you very much.